And in the end, as the darkness takes me, I am nothing.
Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and you creatures of the fifth dimension. Darth Revan here, Pieces of Lie. And yes, this is my rant on Star Wars The Last Jedi. Okay, let me be clear about a couple things. First off, I have not seen the movie, but I have seen clips and I have read forum posts. That is the extent of my knowledge, so if I get anything wrong here, know that it is because it is misinformation on the hand of whatever material I got my hands on originally, and not because I messed up and didn't really pay attention during the movie. Second off, know that gender politics, multiculturalism, and all other sorts of ridiculous political craziness that appears to have gripped the left, for the most part, completely disgusts me. And I hold many liberal views, but in the end of the day, I absolutely despise a lot of that culture, a lot of that way the social manipulations they're attempting to go for, that women are powerful, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff disgusts me, but let me elaborate on the women are powerful thing. Look, if you're a woman watching this right now, I'm not at all saying that you can't achieve the same as a man. Not in the slightest. But what I am saying is that in this world we live in the rules of the universe and the nature of things that are right now, you have to compete on men's level. That's just all I'm saying. If you're going to be a doctor, you have to train just as hard as a man. If you're going to be a nurse, you have to be just as hard as a man. If you want to be a veterinarian, you have to train just as hard as any man. Okay? So, don't think I'm any sort of woman hater who's just like, women and Jedi, patooey, because some of my favorite Jedi are women. Some of my favorite actors are women. Okay? Jacques T was one of my favorite Jedi of all time. Hands down. I enjoyed Jacques T immensely. I loved her character. I loved who she was. Darth Treya from Star Wars The Old Republic 2. One of my favorite Sith Lords. Not my most favorite, of course, you must know that it's Revan. But at the end of the day, you get my meaning. So with that little clarification out of the way, let me start by saying this movie is never, ever going to see a single dime from me at all. And it's proven itself to be the absolute piece of shit that I thought it would be. That everyone on this side of the Star Wars argument thought it would be. And it absolutely flopped, at least in China. It completely was kicked out of China. And it's made $300 million less than the original movie, which shows me that some of the Star Wars fans are starting to see things a little bit clearer, okay? I'm sorry, Disney, and this isn't, and I've also come to the realization, let me clarify this too, that it's not corporate Disney doing this. It is a feminist writer, who I haven't bothered to remember her name, and her team of all mostly female writers. What is it? 7? Most of them. I think it's 7 out of 10 are all female writers. I think that was right. Not entirely sure. But I sit here and say, you know what? This shows that you are using this franchise instead of a medium for entertainment, instead of a medium for storytelling, which is what movies should be. You're using this as a medium to push your political agenda, and personally, I find that just to be a little bit distasteful. In fact, I find it very distasteful that you're taking my favorite franchise of all time and turning it into a platform for you to spill your current-day political politics. I don't care. I do not want to see your politics in my movies, in my entertainment. This is why I don't consume a lot of the Hollywood culture. I don't watch the Emmys. I don't watch the Grammys or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know what it's called. I don't care. It's not... I don't care if you want to pat yourself in the back and give other people trophies. I do not care. It's not my business. I don't care. Oh, but I'm stepping out as a transgender. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. I just want to be entertained, sit in my room, and watch cool movies and YouTube videos. That's what I want. Okay? But I'm going on a rabbit trail here. Let's talk about some of the Star Wars stuff. You know, 5 minutes in. Let's finally start talking about Star Wars stuff. The movie can be judged by its cover. It can be. Most people say don't judge a book by its cover. Well, in this case, you absolutely can. Star Wars: The Last Jedi, they are serious. The Last Jedi is Luke Skywalker. That's it. That's the end.
Oh, but Revan, Rey was trained by Luke Skywalker. Ergo, she's a proper Jedi. The torch has been passed.
Shut your face. You don't know what you're talking about. That is not how that works, okay? Luke Skywalker was trained by Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. Bare minimum training. Barely enough to be passable for a Padawan's knowledge of the Force and the ways of the Jedi, okay? This is why I was willing to accept that maybe Luke would run away from the whole galaxy and the whole training the Jedi thing to try and study Jedi lore, Jedi tomes, Jedi holocrons, try to understand the mysteries of the Force, and try to expand his own knowledge. Maybe his first attempt failed as a teacher, and that's why he went off to this planet to go and rediscover what was lost. I was willing to accept that. But come to find out, no! He's just placed himself in exile because, I don't know. Because the Jedi must end. What? It just may end. Just like that. We're done. Close the books. We're done. No more Jedi at all. That means that means the next movie will not have any Jedi. Can we let that sink in for a moment? Just let that sink in. Star Wars Episode 9 will have no Jedi in it. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't go there. Oh, you didn't go there. Oh. But Rey's no, she's not. Luke he had nowhere near the time to train Rey in the Force or in the ways of the Jedi Order at all. In fact, he outright refuses to train her in this movie, so don't you dare come and tell me that Rey is a legitimate Jedi, because she is not. We don't know what Rey is. We don't know what Kylo Ren is. He's a Knight of Ren. Not a Sith, he's a Knight of Ren. And in fact, the Knights of Ren are completely forgotten about. They were such build-up to the Knights of Ren. We were all like, ooh, the Knights of Ren, They're gone. Where are they? What happened? Oh, wait, Snoke's dead? What? So you're telling me that Kylo Ren is the ultimate bad guy? Oh, you're telling me the guy who can't handle bad news and has tantrum fits and cuts up computer screens or consoles and throws stuff around is the ultimate bad guy in Star Wars Episode 9? Oh no! Oh my God, no. No! What? Star Wars is dead, alright? This is dead Star Wars. This is disgusting. This is not Star Wars in any way. This can't. No, I refuse on all levels of my being to accept that this is current Star Wars. No way. No way, no how, No. Get out with that. Get out of here. This is another thing. Come to find out, Luke has this incredible force power. He can astral project himself across space and time and take a physical presence on any planet of his choosing. Hold up! Stop! Right there. Hold everything. Are you telling me that Luke Skywalker had this ability, but he didn't take the time to have one little meditation session and go tell Leia and Han where the hell he was or what he was doing? No. I don't accept that. I do not accept that Luke had this ability. I don't accept that Luke had this ability and completely left his friends in the dark. Screw Leia, screw Han, in fact, screw R2-D2. I'm gonna go off on this little planet, on this little island in the middle of nowhere, and die! Because the Jedi must end. What sort of madness have I been partial to? What have I learned? Well, Oh, come on, you can't be serious. Come on, you can't be serious. No. And, one more point, okay? One more point in how backwards this is. In this movie, the First Order fleet is chasing down the remnants of the Rebel fleet. Yes, it's the Rebel fleet, not the New Republic. We don't even know. I don't even want to go into that. But they're chasing them down, and this little tiny command ship takes an insane amount of fire from a First Order Star Destroyer. Unless that ship had the most powerful shields of all time, there's no way it survived that much firepower. Also, Admiral Akbar dies in the most humiliating way possible. He gets sucked out into space. That is the equivalent of dying to a safety pin. Are you kidding me? Admiral Akbar is sucked out into space? That's how he dies? The most legendary fleet commander in the Rebel Alliance dies in the vacuum of space. And then they have this other purple-haired female commander who, oh my god. She sacrifices herself to save the lives of the Rebel Alliance. And I'm just like, why didn't Admiral Akbar do that? Why didn't Admiral Akbar do that? And in fact, she's such an incompetent commander after Admiral Akbar dies that she doesn't explain her plan to any of the senior officers or any of the senior pilots. In fact, sits him down and says, "No, bad man, you can't know my plan because you're a man. And you don't get to know my plans because my plans are too complicated for you." Bull crap! You're the commander. Share your plans with the rest so they know what's going on. You left them in the dark, and so Rebel lives were lost because of your superiority complex, or whatever the fuck you were trying to prove. Oh man, I can dominate men and make them do my bit. That's not how that works. You were supposed to be a commander. There's no way you would. Oh, so bad. There's no way. No way. No way. No way. And also, during this little chase scene, let's talk about this last point because honestly, I'm gonna lose it. I'm just gonna lose it. During this little scene where the Rebel Alliance is running away from the First Order fleet, we find out that both fleets are out of fuel. What? Hold the phone. You're telling me that the First Order has the technological and military might to build a planet-destroying superweapon, and yet they can't keep their own ships fueled? Oh my god! Ah! What is this? What is this madness? What is this madness? You're telling me that you can't fuel your own ships? What? And also, Luke dies in this movie. So, you know what? Before I completely lose everything that I have left, every last bit of sanity, I'm going to stop talking about this and say, you know what? Screw any sort of Disney-created madness that they try to go for. Screw it all. I want nothing to do with it. You can take that and shove it in your precious little bubble and play with yourselves and pat yourselves on the back saying, "Oh good, we made a good movie where there was a lead female and there was all this stuff happened and yay, we're so proud of ourselves." Go take that and shove it where the sun don't shine because I want nothing more to do with it. Get out of here. Go away. I want nothing more to do with this. I don't want to talk about Star Wars no more. At least not of the new canon. I don't care. I'll talk to you about anything else, but not that. If it's Rogue One, if it's Star Wars The Force Strike, or the Force Awakens, if it's Star Wars The Last Jedi, or any of the comics, or any sort of thing that happens after Episode 6, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done. This pisses me off to no end. There is no reason for these things to be happening. There's no reason for this writing to be happening. There's no reason to fire directors and then hire different ones and try to take movie in insane wild directions. I'm done. I can't. I just can't. This is so backwards. You can't do this with Star Wars, alright? You've taken my cultural icon, you've turned it inside out and turned it into something that it's not supposed to be. You're supposed to tell me a good story, but you have absolutely 100% failed. You have failed miserably to tell a good story, or to tell an interesting story, or to tell anything other than your little agenda, which I couldn't care less about. So you know what? Just go. Just go away, Disney, and your little movie. I'm done. Thank you guys for listening to me rant. I hope you all have a pleasant day. May the Force be with you, and hopefully I'll put out a little bit more content here on YouTube in the near future. When Sea of Thieves comes out, I intend to record a few sessions of that, and the new Apocalypse for Stellaris DLC that's coming out with the Planet Destroyers. I also intend to put a little bit of that on here, so you can probably look forward to that in the future, but... Anyway. May the Force be with you, and as always, I will catch you on the dark side.